When you think of someone having a heart attack, the Hollywood version of heart attack probably comes to mind. Someone grabbing their chest and then collapsing to the ground. But most of the time, that is not the case. In fact, at one local hospital, a surprising number of heart attack victims are actually driving themselves to the ER and putting themselves in greater danger. Scott Friedman has the story new tonight.
When the call comes in and a heart attack patient is on the way, these nurses at Baylor Medical Center in Garland don't waste time, because time is muscle.
You want to preserve the heart muscle, because once it's dead and gone, it doesn't come back.
Speed means life and death, but many patients are taking the slow route to get here. In a recent study, nurses at Baylor Garland discovered half of all heart attack patients did not call an ambulance. Instead, they hopped in someone's car or even drove themselves while they were having a heart attack.
I was a walking time bomb.
Kathy Ellis had no idea how bad it was when she climbed in the car with her husband for a ride to the hospital after a day of feeling something wasn't right. It turned out to be a massive heart attack.
These things are happening, but you don't think of, like, not me.
Denial is one reason many patients don't call 911. Others just don't recognize the symptoms, or they're embarrassed.
They don't want all the ambulances and the fire truck to arrive in their neighborhood, lights flashing, nosy neighbors wondering what's going on.
But it's worth it when you see how much faster paramedics and doctors can now treat heart attacks with new technology. The goal is to get the patient from the ambulance and into the emergency room. Here they're evaluated before being taken down the hall to the cath lab. The goal is to get you into this room in 90 minutes or less, and the faster the hospital knows you're coming, the quicker they can be ready. To speed things up, paramedics can even send an EKG from the scene, and doctors at Baylor Garland can read it on their smartphones, diagnosing a heart attack even before the patient arrives. So doctors will be waiting in the cath lab where they can open a blocked artery.
Studies have shown that within that 90-minute time frame, the less damage is done to the heart muscle.
You can't put time back on the clock if you drive yourself. Even worse, some patients pass out behind the wheel and crash. In Kathy Ellis's case, doctors were still able to open her blocked artery. But if she had to do it again, she'd go lights and sirens.
Get to the hospital, call the ambulance as quick as you can.
Scott Friedman, NBC5, Garland.
The staff at Baylor Garland is now running a Survive, Don't Drive education campaign to help people identify heart attack symptoms and call 911. Some people feel short of breath. They have achy flu-like symptoms, sweating, lightheadedness, even nausea. More classic symptoms can include pain in the center of the chest, pain in one or both arms, or even back pain.